Good morning, Blue Jays fans, and welcome to Jays Latest. I'm your host, Craig Borden, and we're going to talk all things mostly Blue Jays today because we got some baseball news we just have to discuss because it directly impacts where the Blue Jays are going to be playing with the ALCS. So let's just dive into it. In case you didn't notice, sometime around 1:08 p.m. or a.m. this morning, the Seattle Mariners finally won this game that was a battle against the Detroit Tigers, and yeah, the lowest of scoring, highest of tensions, 3-2 game I've seen in my life. And it, like I said, the Mariners finally squeak it out in the 15th inning. Holy shnikes. That's one of the longest games in playoffs in a long time. And it was a very crazy back and forth affair. So why don't we just dive into it, because we got to talk all things on this one, because Tarek Skubal, holy 6 amazing innings, only allows 2 hits and a 1 earned run, 13 strikeouts, no walks. This is why Tarek Skubal is probably the best pitcher in Major League Baseball. The man just misses bats. There was a point in this game where he struck out 6 in a row. Just crazy stuff. And everything was moving. You cannot fault anything with what happened on Tarek Skubal. Eventually, after starters, bullpen arms, this person, that person, including Jack Flaherty, Tommy Kahnle comes in and just had a rough inning in the 15th and eventually allows this game to come to a close. Canadian Bo Naylor was the one that got this going for the Seattle Mariners, and as he got that going, he basically willed this first run into existence. Hits a double, steals third. Yeah, steals third. To me, that's like Alejandro Kirk stealing a base, especially in such a clutch, oh my god situation. Naylor got like 30 feet off of this second base and somehow manages to steal third base. No contest. They had no idea he was going to go. And then Mitch Garver's sacrifice flies him in, and you got a 1-0 ball game. Flash forward all the way to the 6th inning. They they bring out the lefty to face Kerry Carpenter, and it's one of the only lefties that the Mariners have in his bullpen. So they get him ready to face the power hitting, second baseman. And Carpenter decides to just take their whole baseball strategy and shove it because he drops a 2-run bomb that scores him and Javi Baez and puts the Detroit Tigers at the time up 2-1. Pinch hitter, first playoff appearance. Leo Rivas singles for the Mariners to drive in who other than Jorge Polanco. Ties the game up in the bottom of the 7th. Strategy, obviously, aplenty. Now you have to jump all the way from the 7th all the way to the 15th to find the seal of this game. Jorge Polanco hits a single with the bases loaded, drives in J.P. Crawford. Mariners win and move on to the American League Championship Series to hurry up and get on a plane today just to get to Toronto in time for the 8 p.m. start tomorrow. So this matchup, party people, is all set. The Mariners are going to be licking some wounds from this 15-inning game. A quick hurry up and get on the flight after celebrating. That's got to be a hangover city. Trying to get on that plane after celebrating a win like this. First time in 24 years. Ken Griffey Jr.'s number. First time in 24 years that they finally get to the ALCS, and that was with the most winningest team in Major League Baseball history in 2001, with a heck of a team with a rookie and MVP, Ichiro Suzuki, Alex Rodriguez, Edgar Martinez doing crazy things, a former World Series champion in John Olerud. All these guys were on that team. So this has been a long time in the making for Mariners fans to get to the American League Championship Series. And Blue Jays fans are like, oh, other than the fact that you also get to invade Seattle to take over the home field advantage in that ballpark for the games 3 and 4 and 5. So on that note, Blue Jays will be playing, I said, as the Mariners starting tomorrow at 8 o'clock Sunday evening, and it's set. We are ready to go. finally got this all set. The only games that are left in the division series is there is a game 5 tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern time, Chicago versus Milwaukee. So the game in Milwaukee, if you're an Alice Cooper fan, it's a good land for the Milwaukee Brewers. Here's rooting for the Brew Crew to have a similar walk-off fashion for this game, because I do like the Brewers over the Cubbies. So on that note, fun times. There's always something going on with baseball. And they haven't announced any of the starters as of yet for that game yet, so I don't get to talk on that topic. So let's just jump to the next topic in the room. Blue Jays got a roster they got to hurry up and figure out before the things go. So haven't announced a starter. They haven't announced much. We kind of have an idea what this roster makeup could look like, but the biggest question mark is Bo Bichette ready to go. We have seen him running the bases in some video lately. We've seen him doing this, doing that. It seems like it's progressing. The bigger question is he good to go? And we're going to find out, because at the end of the day, he's got to at least be able to run the bases to be a DH, or he's going to literally just be a power bat sitting on the riding the pine to be able to come into a game. Is it worth it? The Blue Jays going to have to figure that out in the next 24 hours. So if he does, what does that do to this lineup? My guess is he's not playing shortstop, but I've been wrong before. That's the reason I'm a podcaster, not an announcer. And if he does go, it's probably in the DH spot, which has a really odd cascade of what that does to our lineup. I don't think you can take Nathan Lucas out, so he's going to be in left. You're going to have to move George Springer from the DH spot to right field. That means Anthony Santander, which could be a good thing late in the game, having a power hitting switch hitter on your bench. But I do think you got to keep Nathan Lucas's bat in this lineup just because of everything that's going on and the level of clutch that the man has been. So at least game 1, he's got to start. So on that note, that's my piece. And I hope Bill is healthy, but I doubt he's healthy enough to play shortstop. I will be amazed if the man has Wolverine-like healing factor to be able to come back from that knee injury that quickly. So anyways, who's going to start game 1? My guess is Kevin Gossman, because why wouldn't I bet that after the fact that he did so well against the Yankees and was basically ready to come out of the bullpen? I think that's just the easy one. I really do. And then I think you follow the same mantra that you've been. The question is, the Blue Jays going to carry an extra starting pitcher and keep somebody like Chris Bassett in the back of the bullpen, or just have him get ready for game 4, or Max Scherzer for that matter. So we'll see what happens, but that's what we got, Blue Jays fans. Thank you very much for tuning in to here on Jay's Latest. I am your host, Craig Bourne, once again. Make sure you hit those like, share, and subscribe buttons. We might be having a live show of the Jays Blue Jay Jaybird watching show that I also do. Make sure you check out social media for that as well, and make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe buttons for them both. We greatly appreciate it, and I hope you all have a great day. And as always, let's go Blue Jays.